It's Thursday morning, the 12th day of February. It's 7:45 in the AM, 2015. And I feel like someone has taken a sack full of oranges and absolutely beat the immortal shit out of me. I don't know what the problem is, but I feel like I have no energy. I feel like I can't decide if I need to vomit. I need to throw up or not. I stopped and got me a little of the ginger ale last night and some of the Pepto Bismol, and I slept pretty decent. But everything's a little. I think I'm on the verge of. I constantly feel like I'm on the verge of getting sick. I don't love that feeling. The good news is I don't want to eat, which means that I can expect at least a couple of pounds of weight loss. So that's my silver lining. And I'm pretty happy about that. So, hey, they've already called snow. They've already called school off here today because they say it's going to snow. They say it's going to come a cloud dragger and that there's a 50% chance of that happening. There is no evidence of it currently, however. So we're just going to have to sit back and wait to see how it goes down. So I remember thinking, they had called school off the other day when the roads weren't bad. And I just feel bad for these kids when they call all this stuff off and then it ends up being like a false alarm or whatever, and then they're gonna end up having to, go later up into the summer for all these days that they're missing. I wouldn't be real happy about that if I were them. I would just go ahead and go and get it over with so I can get out for the summer. But they don't ask me what I think. No one's ever said, Kim, what do you think about it? I'm not the kind of person who gets sick very often. I really don't. And so when I do, it's like, oh, Mary, Jesus. I mean, like I even questioned last night whether or not I should even have come to work because I just felt that bad. So if you happen to think about it today, just say a little prayer, throw up a little positive vibe, positive energy that I don't puke on anybody or shit myself today because that would be really embarrassing. Can you imagine? The other kids would totally make fun of me if I shit myself. And since I'm constantly trying to curse people with that, it would be a little karmic retribution for me to actually get sick. So yeah. Okay. Hold on, back up. It's so loud. Yeah. But anyway, I finally remembered the other day what it was I wanted to discuss. Remember the other day when I said there was something that on my mind and I wanted to cover it? Well, it was talking about immunizations and how all of a sudden people are losing their mind over getting the vaccines and getting their kids immunized. When I was a youngin', how you doing? Oh, I know. When I was a youngin', I'll be honest with you, there was some of the stuff that I actually look forward to in terms of getting immunized. I can't remember what it was, but if you grew up in Ashland, then you may know what I'm talking about. At the over at the health department, which is on Blackburn Avenue, over by where Paul Moyer's Foodland was, Mom would take us to the health department, and you would get something in a sugar cube. It come in one of them little white condiment cups, you put your ketchup in at the restaurant, and it had a sugar cube, and there was like some brownish colored liquid or reddish colored liquid that they would squirt on that sugar cube, and it was some kind of vaccination for some. I enjoyed it. I thought it was delicious. I mean, immunization never tasted so good, and it was just something that you got to get your shots. You got to, I mean, we didn't do flea dips or nothing like that. I mean, I went to school with some kids that probably could have benefited from a good flea dip, but it wasn't necessary. But your shots were, and all of a sudden now people are talking about, oh my God, but if I give my kids immunizations, then they're gonna have autism, and there is no direct linkage to support that. And the thing of it is, any risk that there would be infinitesimal compared to like the measles outbreak that everybody got the measles, and you didn't hear about no damn measles when we was kids, or the mumps, which I think are hysterical names. I got the mumps, but here's the thing, and people say, well, it's my right to whether or not I'm going to immunize my child. Well, you're right. You go right ahead. I mean, I thought, and this just goes to show you how much or how little I know, I thought you had to do it. I didn't know that you could opt out of it. I didn't know that there was a choice in the matter. But if you decide that you don't want to immunize your children, mo better. But you know what? Keep the little bastards at home, because there's the people who are in the schools and stuff who do immunize their children because they don't want their kids to get come down with the herpetogonosyphilitis. And just because you think that your children, your choice, and you shouldn't have to do it, well then you know what? Everybody else shouldn't have to pay for your choice. And if you don't want to immunize them, just keep them at home. Do the homeschool thing, and keep all the other little kids safe. Some little kids have compromised immune systems, and they don't need whatever funk your kids got because you choose not to get their shots. I can understand if you went to get your kids shots and they said, okay, well, we're going to immunize them for the measles or the mumps or the mumbles or, whatever the hell the case may be. And there's a strong chance that they're going to have a prolapsed sphincter as a result, or that they're going to grow a penis on their forehead. And there's like a 97% chance that's going to happen. Now, that would give you pause. But do I really want a kid with a penis on their forehead? Let's talk about this, But the side effects and the ill that can befall your child from an immunization is pretty much next to nothing compared to, what could happen to them if you don't give them their shots. So just give, and like I said, all this shit, why is all this shit a problem now? Back in the day, there wasn't about no problems. Get the damn shots and send your kids to school. We live in this society where it takes my life. It wears me out. Everybody's offended nowadays. Everybody's offended over this, and my choice, and it's my right, and and that's what's wrong with society today. That's what's wrong with these kids today. There's this crazy sense of self-entitlement that these people have, and it's because you got these parents that are perpetuating it. No, honey, dial it back. We need to dial it back to like 1970. We need to dial it back to a simpler time. You go to school, you get out of line, you get your ass busted. Take your measles shot, your rubella, whatever. Eat your damn fruit plate. Say the Pledge of Allegiance. Say your prayer, and go the hell home. Nowadays, we can't have no fruit plates because, that's not fair for our children. We want our children to have hamburgers, and don't be saying no God because it's going to offend them. And there's too much of it. There's too much of all that shit. We had kids that was unruly. I may or may not have been one of them. But we certainly weren't hooligans, because there was an expectation. The bar was set. You either rose to meet it or you got left back. There's just so many exceptions for everything today. And it kind of makes me a little sad about it. So, I would homeschool. If I had children, I would probably keep them home. Just because the bullshit that goes on in the school system, it would wear me out. It would. It would take my life. So, I'm going to drink me some more ginger ale, I believe. And pray that whatever this is passes over me quickly. Every time I cough, I get nervous. And only thing I had yesterday was a turkey sandwich and some cosh. And so unless the turkey was bad, bad turkey. I don't know. But anyway, you all behave, and I will be